4 top ways to make $1 million. How do millionaires do it? How come so many people earn millions and you can't do the same? It all depends on where you are in the market and how valuable you are to customers. Welcome to Target Destroyers, where we show you the latest tips and tricks in the financial space as well as business and entrepreneurship. If you want success in your life and business, then you've come to the right place. Today, we are sharing with you the 4 best ways rich people do to make millions and become financially free. Whether it's the start of your day or the end of it, there's no better time to be inspired than now. Here are the 4 top ways to make your first million. Number 1 is to work for a multimillionaire. Alternately, it might be better to work for a billionaire. Working directly with a billionaire is the easiest route to earning your first $1 million. Rich people place a high value on their time and are particularly appreciative of those who can help them save time. The ideal method to achieve this is to locate a really affluent person and assist them in either saving time or making money. In either case, you'll discover that their generosity is inversely correlated with the value you add to their lives. Now, it's crucial to understand that you should already establish a connection of trust with that wealthy person before you try this. The last thing you want to do is spam folks with how you have this concept that will transform the world. We cannot stress this enough. Believe it or not, people spend time sending at least 100 emails every month just to spam people with the promise of transformation. Most people think of multimillionaires as business owners starting new ventures, but in reality, about 1 in 5 millionaires made their fortune working for someone else. If you give it some thought, working for a wealthy person is more likely to lead to financial success than starting your own company. Before launching your own firm, educate yourself on how billionaires generate income. We advise you to find a mentor if this is your aim. These people are eager to support your development. They offer advice and possibilities that you wouldn't otherwise have. If they have enough faith in you, they'll accept you into their groups and take care of you. Number 2. Start a modest firm and keep it expanding. Starting and expanding a small business is the most typical path to millionaire status. This encompasses the hustler mindset, which is growth-oriented, even though we recognize that it seems a little more general. Although starting a new business is never easy, the process is essentially the same regardless of the industry you decide to enter. To focus on what is necessary for the business to expand, you must first solve an issue. Figure out how to get compensated, and then hire people. Everyone has a few business ideas that only need to be put into action. Even while it can seem complicated, the procedure is actually quite easy. Give practical, real people a straightforward solution. Let's take this as an example. When people got their flight cancelled, Branson offered the simple solution of flying his rented plane. It is simple and simple to comprehend. Next comes execution. Do you know the value of a great idea? About $20. Ideas are merely an extension of implementation. You need to multiply ideas with implementation in order to make a business successful. A great concept is worth $20 if it is not put into action. A poor idea executed, well, is worth $10 million. Apple's brilliant marketing is how they became so successful. Number 3. Save money aggressively and invest it in index funds for a number of years. In order to get wealthy, you must comprehend the power of compound interest. It's possible that Albert Einstein, who claimed several times, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. A 7% annual return is certainly attainable if you have a basic understanding of finance and investing funds. It is now a question of how much money you can actually save. The conventional approach is as follows. If you can save 10% of your annual income and assume you make $50,000, it will take you 40 years to accumulate $1 million in savings. But who wants to be a millionaire when they're old? But it gets a lot more interesting if you're able to play around with those numbers. You should try to increase all 3 of the most important variables. The first is the amount of money you earn. 2. The amount of money you're able to put aside. And 3. the return on your investment? Well, the first one depends on your own choices. The third one, on the other hand, is pretty straightforward. For example, the first thing we should do is take the money out of a 7% mutual fund and put it in an index fund like the S&P. For those of you new to this, the S&P 500 is a fund made out of the top 500 companies in the US. If a company is not performing well, it gets taken out and replaced by a new worthy company. For the past 90 years, the S&P 500 generated an average of 10% yearly returns. Try looking into Vanguard and Robinhood. Number 4. Go viral on social media platforms like YouTube. Who would have thought that going viral on platforms such as YouTube could make you a millionaire? This all changed in the last couple of years. It obviously depends on the type of video, if it's advertiser friendly, and who is watching the video. But a ballpark figure would be somewhere between 500 million and a billion views. For example, Gangnam Style alone made Psy over $8 million. It's not all YouTube advertising alone, but the exposure got him plenty of extra opportunities. And Psy is still cashing in big. Believe it or not, that video is still making him decent money today. You also have large creators leveraging their YouTube fame in order to create additional revenue sources, as the Paul brothers have done with their merchandise lines, or as Jeffrey Tambor has done with his makeup line. YouTube is the new TV, which is why we're here. Speaking of advertising, having a popular blog can also make you a millionaire. One of the people who is a living proof of this is Scott DeLong, the creator of Viral Nova. For those of you who don't know the website, he's been at the forefront of viral articles distributed through Facebook. Very similar to what BuzzFeed used to do, and to be honest, still does. He launched the Viral Nova in 2014 and reportedly sold it for $100 million 1.5 years later. During November and December, he was already generating over $1 million per month from advertising revenues alone. Although this is very challenging to accomplish, the benefit is very good. These are the 4 top ways to make $1 million and be financially free. The world is filled with opportunities, and we hope this list ignites an inspiration for you. Since you're watching up to this point, it means that you're already a step closer to becoming a millionaire. If you feel that our content has brought you one step closer to success in your life and business, feel free to tap the like button and subscribe to our channel. Always remember, don't settle for less, because life is what you're willing to settle for. It's been great having you. We'll see you in the next one.